we have the official historian for Mission Inn in Howie in the Hills right here, Peggy Beucher-Clark. She is one of the 6 children of the founder and one of the 6 people who run this property still since 1964. This is an amazing property, and the fact that you have the history behind it, I can't wait to talk to you more about it. Way back, it wasn't going to be a resort. The original owner wanted this as an agronomic area, orange groves.
It was orange groves. Mr. Howie came in 1908 to Florida, and his focus was on citrus. Purchased 60,000 acres of land and created a citrus empire with turnkey production and sales. And he did build the golf course originally in 1917, part of the attraction for the many visitors that came and stayed at his hotel.
Yeah, the original El Campeon golf course, of course later followed by Las Colinas. But during this entire time, there was something else growing besides oranges. Young Nick Beucher was growing and growing with an amazing adventure in his mind. 20 years old, tell us what he did.
In 1939, he and his friend drove their car from Chicago to Del Rio, Texas, stored the car, bought wild horses, broke them, and rode south all the way past Mexico City. Camped out under the stars. They rode with some of Pancho Villa's men, and just the adventure of a lifetime. I asked him one time, why Mexico? And he said, because there were no fences. The cowboy on the silver screen, that was his hero, the cowboy.
1,400-mile journey across Mexico, 40 days, and he came back with a love of Mexico and decided to bring it to Howie in the Hills.
He did. It happened years later. He went back, married my mother, and worked as a commodities broker for many, many years. And in 1964, seen a small classified ad in the Wall Street Journal for this golf course. The original El Campeon golf course was for sale by a group of men. He sent my oldest brother Bob to come look at it, and Bob reported back it's hills and lakes, and it's just beautiful. So my dad, we bought it. Here we are today.
This is one of the great American stories. It really is. American entrepreneurship. And of course, he then brought all of his memories from Mexico back here, and you see it in every inch of the property.
And it relates to the history of Florida, and Spanish architecture is timeless. And it's so beautiful to add on with courtyards between your buildings. It has a natural connection to the state of Florida.
To the credit of 6 siblings, you've not only kept his vision, but really enhanced it. And I've been to this property a number of times through the years, maybe over the last 20 years, and every single time it gets better.
My dad always said, make it beautiful and people will come. It has its own natural beauty with the hills and lakes throughout the golf courses, both golf courses. It's just a secret spot of Florida that has still got its natural side to it with alligators and herons. It's just a beautiful place to be.
In a tribute to your dad, I'd like to sign off in the style of the property. Adios.
Hasta luego.